They called it the Golden Age in the 1950s, the era of shiny chrome bumpers, booming suburbs, and the promise that if you worked hard, you could have it all. But what if I told you that dream wasn't as perfect as we've been led to believe? And what I am about to reveal at the end might just flip your idea of the American dream upside down. The image you have seen in old magazines and TV shows is burned into our minds. The neatly mowed lawn, the white picket fence, mom in the kitchen, dad in a crisp suit, two smiling kids, and maybe a golden retriever chasing a ball in the yard. After World War II, America's economy was soaring. Factories were busy, wages were rising, and for many, the future looked brighter than ever. Veterans came home to the GI Bill, which made buying a home and going to college easier than ever before. One income could cover the bills, the mortgage, and still leave room for a vacation. It sounds perfect, right? But here's where cracks start to form. Not everyone had access to this dream. In fact, for millions, it wasn't even a possibility. Black families, along with many other minorities, were often denied home loans through a practice called redlining. Entire neighborhoods were marked off limits simply because of who lived there. Women who had stepped into factories and offices during the war were often pressured or outright forced to leave their jobs once they got married. Their roles reduced to housework and child-rearing. So yes, the economy boomed, but opportunity, that wasn't equally shared. Be honest, did you picture this side of the 1950s when you thought of the good old days? Let me know in the comments. And believe me, the next point might surprise you even more. For those who could grab it, life did feel simpler. No smartphones. No endless scrolling. Kids played outside until the streetlights flicked on. Neighbors leaned over fences to chat. Stores closed on Sundays. Families sat down to dinner together every night. There was a sense of routine, of knowing what to expect tomorrow. But that simplicity came from limits. Fewer career options, fewer life choices, fewer voices shaping culture. The pace was slower, yes. But was it because life was truly better? Or because there were fewer paths to take? If you're finding this eye-opening, tap that like button and subscribe so you don't miss more powerful insights like this. Let's talk about money and opportunity. In the 50s, a high school diploma could land you a solid factory job that might pay enough to buy a house within a few years. Today, that sounds like a fantasy. But back then, industries were booming. Unions were strong, and wages kept pace with the cost of living. On paper, it looked incredible. But here's the question. Was better just about earning enough money? Or did it also have to do with stability, community, and a shared sense of purpose? Because those things are harder to measure, but they shape a society just as much as dollars do. Now here's the truth I promised you at the start. The American dream wasn't really about a specific decade. It was about opportunity. In the 1950s, that opportunity was within easy reach for some, mainly white middle-class families, but far from universal. It wasn't just the economy that shaped the dream. It was who got to access the ladder in the first place. Today, the ladder is taller and the climb more competitive, but more people from different backgrounds have the chance to try. So, was life really better in the 1950s? For some, yes. For others, it was a dream seen only from the outside. The golden age we remember was real, but only for part of America. The real challenge for us now is this. Instead of chasing a version of the dream that never truly existed for everyone, how do we build one that's real, fair, and reachable for all? If you could step into any decade to live out your version of the American dream, which one would you choose and why? Drop your answer below, because I'm curious to hear your take.